Hello again. Today we're going to see some of the work I've been doing on the layout in the last couple of weeks. Decided I wanted to change and remove and motorize some of the double slips that I have in order to increase the variety of train movements on the layout and give myself some other options. Uh, Previously, when the layout was analog, I didn't really need to have uh, all these options available to me. But with digital running, I've been looking at it, and I can have more variety of operations if I make some changes. So the double slip, one of them will be motorized and two removed. And I'm also going to do the same at this end of the layout. The two double slips will be removed and placed with just crossover tracks, because I never use the double slips. It's the, the trains leaving and entering the platforms just go straight across. So I did put the double slips in originally thinking that I would motorize them, but I never got around to it, and I've never used it. Obviously, to do this, because the track's all ballasted in, it is going to be difficult. So I'm going to have to remove some of the catenary masts, the wires, and also be extremely careful not to damage any of the other parts of the layout. And I want to keep the disruption minimal to the other tracks, etc. And here it is, as you can see, approximately 3 hours later. I managed to cut the ballast, gradually, gently scrape it away and remove some of the surrounding ballast, so I can lift the track up while maintaining the track leading to the platforms. I'm working on well, don't want to say a tight budget, but I don't have a lot of spare tracks, so I want to do this as carefully as possible, so I can reuse any of the smaller bits of track that I can. It does look messy, and it's also very difficult because I need to lean over to get to the work area. And these are the double slips removed, tidied up, removed the excess ballast. As you can see, they're still functional. I don't need these anymore, so I'll probably end up listing them on eBay, just to get a little bit of extra money back. Here's the next stage. I've installed the point motors. I installed them all so they're underneath the layout, so you don't see them. This double slip still needs to be removed, so I can install the point motor for this. And that took about another couple of hours to do the work very gently, and that's the point motor now installed. So I've tidied up the mess a little bit, and just now measuring out the track to replace what I damaged, which was very little. There was a couple of pieces that were damaged when I lifted them up. Some dropper wires that I'll be putting in for power, etc. And then reballast everything once I've laid the track and tested it all, just to make sure that everything is working as it should be. And this is the first crossing that I've installed. In place, connected up. The dropper wires for the power connected, and I think it already looks actually better. As I said, the double slips weren't being used. And here we finally have the second crossing in place and all the rest of the track reconnected. So, and I did try not to damage anything, but unfortunately I've snapped one of my masts. Not a major issue. I just have to glue it back, maybe put a little metal pole in it to give it some strength, but that was the only thing that I've broken so far. And with everything connected, here's a little test run. I use my little engine here because it's got a very short wheelbase, so if there's any issues, it'll be apparent. But as you can see, it runs smoothly across all the track work. And I didn't film the rest of it, but I've tested it to the track with other engines as well and other routes, just to make sure everything's working as it should before I start the next part, which is the ballasting of the track and replacing all the washers, the catenary wires, etc, etc. So as you can see, that's one of the options I want to be able to do now, is move westbound onto that platform. And here before I started the ballasting, I've actually spray airbrushed the track to get rid of the black plastic looking sleepers. And it doesn't quite match the other weathering that I've done on the track, which when I look at the video pictures looks a bit bright, but in real life it is duller than this. And here you can see I've started to reballast some of the track. Not done the area around the point motors yet, because I will cover that up with a small gravel mat, because I don't want anything to go inside the mechanism and jam it. So it's taken a little while, but there's the first mat that I've glued in place. Once that's dry, I will then finish off the edges with other ballast and blend it in, and then paint it, weather it. I have to cut out a little notch there to access the mechanism in case it gets jammed, so I don't have to rip it up in the future. I will probably end up painting that a dirt brown color again to blend it in so it doesn't stand out. But overall, yeah, it's looking good. It's taken a little while to do this. I've also here painted some of the track guides. I'm not sure what the technical name is for it, in a sort of iron color. It looks a little bit bright here, so I may actually go over that and tone that down just a little bit. And that's what I've been up to, and that's where I am at the moment. So, and here, just to show that things don't always go right, I've included an accident when I was testing the track. So, yeah, I managed to stop filming and switch the power off before any real damage was done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll show you the completed upgrade change in a future video. Thanks a lot for now. Bye.